Welcome to another edition of Mr. Walker's podcast with your host, Mr. Walker. We are back again. So, it's going to be a few changes to the show, But before I even start that, I need you Yankees to get it together. I am becoming a fan of baseball. I think it's because of the betting that I'm doing, FanDuel and DraftKings. So I am becoming a fan of baseball. Wasn't a fan in the past, but now I am starting to watch a little bit of baseball and pay attention. So I'm rooting for the Yankees, and I need you guys to get it together. So hopefully, you see me in my Yankees gear would help you guys out. But I want to get right to it. This is going to be quick podcast. I'm going to shorten the time to give y'all just game fast. But I want to talk about signs you are dating the wrong person. When your partner doesn't respect your opinion. Listen. Two people are never the same. My opinion is mine, yours is yours, and it doesn't mean that I'm right and you're wrong, or vice versa, right? And that makes for a great dialogue. When two people are butting heads in a conversation, one of the two or both needs to think that their answer is superior to the next. I'm always trying to win a debate, or I used to always try to win a debate. When a conversation with someone that you love shouldn't be that at all, right? And of course, I would want you to look at things differently, than you have, right? And I would want you to respect my opinion. If you respect your partner's opinion, it should never lead into an argument. Ever. Like I said, no two people are the same. I don't give a damn how long y'all have been together. You're going to always look at things differently. You two probably watch two different shows, or your woman probably got you watching some shit that you probably never watch or would never watch, right? So you will then begin to look at things differently, or look at this show differently that you probably would have just skipped over. All of us been a victim of that. Like, I'm sure you guys have watched shows that your woman watched and that wasn't necessarily man enough for you. And we all know what I'm talking about. I don't need to go into detail. But because your woman was into it, you might have flopped on the bed and watched it with her. Every single part of you guys' relationship makes it whole. It's almost like, because of the two different opinions, right? And the way you guys think, putting them together forms Voltron. I need my brain to help my heart. I need my heart to help my legs and my arms and things like that. So it's working pieces in a relationship that you put together to make a whole, to make one. So like, again, Voltron, just think of Voltron. Voltron needed all the necessary pieces to be Voltron. And that's what a relationship should be. If the person is constantly not listening to your opinion, or if the person is always turning an opinionated conversation between you and him into an argument, that's a sign that you need to pay attention to. Another sign that you may be dating the wrong person is when a person is not giving the best effort to make you happy in a relationship. Listen, I know coming into a relationship, you guys set these standards, right? That is way beyond your means. Especially guys, we talk a lot of shit. We're this type of guy, we're that type of guy, we can do this, we can do that. When in all honesty, a lot of us be fronting just to get closer. But see, the truth is so much more attractive than a lie. And you can build off of that, right? So, going into a relationship, telling the truth can get you so much further. Just hear me out. If I tell you that I can't do something, and while in a relationship, you see me making great strides to learn how to do it, that should help our relationship. If someone is paying attention to you enough, right? They see the effort that you are putting in to do something for your partner that they enjoy. And then doing it enough, it just becomes second nature. And that's something that you added to your personality, your trait, your everyday living. And that's if your partner is paying attention. You might have came in a relationship not knowing how to cook. But because you are into this relationship and you're into your partner, man or woman, right? You start buying cookbooks. You get on Pinterest and start pinning things. Shit, you might even watch Instagram and YouTube for recipes. And after some time, you start coming up with different dishes in the crib for your significant other. Now, if your partner is really paying attention, is into you, she will take notice, or he will take notice. You might come into the relationship wanting to, or being a foodie, right? And your partner needs to know the dishes that you like if they can't cook. So if a person isn't putting in effort to do the things that make you happy and doing it so much where it becomes second nature, that's a sign that you may be dating the wrong person. So, another sign that you may be dating the wrong person. When your partner doesn't check on your mental state, like your mental well-being, how you're doing, how your day was, especially us men, we go out in the world. I can't speak for women, right? I can only speak for us men, certain men. We go out in the world and have to deal with that world out there, and then come home and be the man that you need me to be, right? For you, for the children, for the household, etc., etc. Checking up on your partner, just even listening to their day, how their day was, what they went through, what they might have eaten for lunch, how their boss got on their nerves, or their coworker, this, that, and the third, and chiming in every once in a while and giving advice. But if the person is not doing those things, if they're not checking up on you, checking how your day was, or even just listening, right? Because a lot of people don't even ask. They don't ask, like, how was your day? If you begin to start talking about your day and they're listening, and every once in a while they'll give you some feedback, or they seem like they're interested in the story. You start talking about your coworker, they start asking, what's her name again? Oh, word, is that the so-and-so, reminding you that you might have mentioned her before. Those are great signs. But if a person isn't doing that, even listening, just listening, sometimes they might not have advice for you, but just giving you the ear so you can vent. If they're not doing that, it might be a sign that you're dating the wrong person. Another sign that you may be dating the wrong person, and I might have talked about this not too long ago, a couple minutes ago, putting your best foot forward. You can't date me like you dated the guy before me and the guy before him. Everybody's different. So going into a relationship, each relationship you go into, it's like you got to press the reset button and start all over again and learn things about this new person that you're dealing with. Because the way you gave it up to this guy, as far as cooking and cleaning and sexing, I might not need all of those things. I'm very domesticated. So you might not need to come behind me and clean up. You might not need to cook. Certain people just have that thing about them. Certain men don't need you to do the womanly things, you know, the cooking and the cleaning, quote unquote, right? But there are other things that you probably didn't do in a past relationship that I would need you to do in this relationship. If I got the cooking and the cleaning, then you make sure the money is managed the right way. Bills is paid, and still being able to maintain a lifestyle in a relationship. But some men are not even comfortable with the woman doing that. And that deciding factor on who manages the money should come it should be, I would say, I can't even put a time on it, but that should be a conversation that should be had. It's a hard one, because I know men, we don't like really discussing our money, how much money we make. But that's part of a relationship, a flourishing relationship. You're gonna have to talk about it, because sometimes we feel like we should be making more, or we might even be working X amount of hours to get this amount of money. You know what I'm saying? Some men are intimidated by their woman making more than them. And in a relationship, if we're one, mine's is hers and hers is mine. We got to take care of this family. We got to take care of this crib. So, and I'm sure she noticed how I kept myself up. Shit, I got her, right? And every woman looks at a man's appearance. So you should never, in a relationship, get to a point to where your man doesn't look the way he did meeting you, right? Especially if a man is into his appearance. If we can manage the money and maintain a certain way, a certain living, it shouldn't be a problem. But in a relationship, if you guys have been dating for some time and he still has an issue with you being the better money manager between the two, that's also a sign that you may be dating the wrong person. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I know it's a lot of people out there that probably agrees with what I'm saying, but won't admit it to their significant other. It's a hard pill to swallow, but everybody should practice truth. If you wasn't big on honesty in the past, let's get to it. I want all you people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Doesn't take much. You go to YouTube, you hit the subscribe button. If you find anything thought-provoking or interesting, I would appreciate it if you reposted it. I'm not asking you to send me any money, so it shouldn't be a problem with you reposting things. That's if you fuck with me or not. So again, these are the signs that you may be dating the wrong person. You. So with that being said, we're going to close out the show with "We Are Rolling, Bitches."